So ask yourself this question. If you could always provide value to your audience and always make them like you more than they did prior to your interaction, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? How could you be worse off as a business if each time you touched your clients, each time you interacted with your customers, it made them more likely to do business with you? Even if they don't do business with you today, it made them more likely in the future. And so obviously the webinar is one of the most effective ways to do that, isn't it? Because the cool thing is let's say I do a webinar where I'm trying to sell product at the end, whether it's software, services, events, coaching, you name it, we've sold it. The idea here is even if they say no to the offer, they'll say yes to the brand interaction. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, but most advertisements that you see, they're kind of annoying, aren't they? They don't provide intrinsic value and inherent value in and of themselves, do they? They typically say, hey, let me remind you of some problems you have, and then if you spend money with me, then I'll promise to solve them for you. But webinars are education-based, and a certain specific type of education, which we'll cover here shortly. So the idea is I either move forward a little bit with my clients or a lot, but it costs me almost nothing to run the webinar, a little bit of time, and you're off to the races. I also like webinars because they're versatile. I have not found a thing that you can sell online where a webinar doesn't add to it. A webinar can be the primary vehicle, which you use to increase the sales capacity, or it could be a supportive role. So if you have sales organizations where you have people, sales teams that help you sell, take your best salesperson. Record them on a webinar. Have every lead listen to that webinar before booking an appointment with any of your salespeople, and all of your salespeople will become more effective. So the reality here is we use it for business to consumer. We use it to business. We use it for discovery calls. We use it for any one-to-many situation where we could take a one-to-one selling environment or a one-to-one educational environment and broadcast it all over the place. And simply put, when it comes to making the cash register ring, I have not found a more effective vehicle than webinars. So we were in this space. This is one of the many spaces that we occupy as our company, Rapid Crush, doing a sales promotion, promoting somebody else's product. And we were the only ones that were effectively using the webinar techniques that I'm going to share with you today. And in an 8-day period, we generated $9.89 million in sales promoting somebody else's product, but in a way they themselves weren't even promoting it, using webinars.